Okay, so we're going to go and talk about word problems here. 2.5 is a good introduction for those of you that are maybe completely terrified by math. This is one of the main reasons you don't like math. I'm going to show you it's really not that bad. Some of the things in here, I'll let you go ahead and read on your own. Um, these are again from the publisher, their slides. There's some tips. The thing I want to tell you that is most important is the main thing is you have to put the problem in your own words. And anytime you get a chance to draw it out, you should really take advantage of that. The examples I'll do for you, I'll definitely try my best to draw them out for you and give you some ideas on uh, how to do these word problems, at least the way I do them. Um, Again, here's just some more tips for you guys to follow. But the main thing is you have to put them in your own words and you have to read things carefully. Here's just some tips to help you. Uh, Anytime you see these words on the left, the English phrases, it means addition, and here's kind of what it means on the math part. So pretty much word problems are translating English into math. That's all you have to think about it. And some of you didn't know you're going to be become bilingual, but that's all word problems are. Just become a little bit bilingual. Again, here's some words for subtraction. I'll let you guys just review these on your own. The main thing to remember from subtraction is it's very important the order that these words are given to you. There's a big difference between x minus 2 and 2 minus x, so make sure don't get those mixed up, okay? Here's some words for division. Again, the same thing with subtraction is you got to make sure that the order you put these, that you read them and then put them on your paper, is exactly what the problem's telling you, because 5 minus x is a lot different than 5 over x is a lot different than x over 5. There's some for multiplication, but typically you're going to see multiplication is very similar to addition. About the only thing is you're going to see a word called the product, right? The product of means multiplication. So we'll go and do a practice example. The first one, of course, is product. Product of 5 and a number is 35. Anytime you see the words a number or a variable or ask you to find something, let's go ahead and label that as x. So x is equal to the number. Number 2, are there any other unknown quantities? Nope. Everything else, we have 5 and 135. So now we can write our equation. The product of 5 and a number, 5 times x, is, we see the word is means equal sign, 135. So we're going to write that equation out. We get 5x is equal to 135. If we solve for x, we divide by 5 on both sides. We get x is equal to 27. And we can go ahead and check our work by just multiplying out 5 times 27, and it'll equal 135. Here's just another English translation of some phrases. Consecutive integers. We know integer is just a whole number. Consecutive means one after another. Here's a good word problem. The sum of 3 consecutive odd integers is 45. Find the integers. So the sum of 3 consecutive odd integers is 45. So we know that one number plus another number plus another number is equal to 45, and they're consecutive. And since they're odd, we know they're gonna be adding 2 to each one. So the first thing we have to say is x is going to be our first number. Okay, x is going to be our first integer. X plus 2 is going to be our second integer, and x plus 4 is equal to our third integer, right? So if we were to go ahead and add x plus 2 plus x plus 4, we know that's going to equal 45. So we can write that equation out. Now we combine our x's and solve for x. X is equal to 13. So then we say, okay, x is the number. The second number should be x plus 2. 13 plus 2 is equal to 15. The third number should be x plus 4. 13 plus 4 is equal to 17. And sure enough, 13, 15, and 17 are consecutive odd integers, and if you add them up, they do equal 45. So we solved our problem. Here's another good one. A field is 6 times as long as it is wide. So length is equal to 6w, right? That's what it's telling us. The length is 6 times as long as it is wide. If the perimeter is 420 of this field, find the dimensions of the field. So remember, perimeter means the outer part, how much string we need to put around this field. We remember our equation for perimeter, 2w plus 2l is equal to p. So we can go ahead and use that. And we know that L is equal to 6w in this case, so we substitute. Everywhere we see an L, we put 6w. So now we have 2w is equal to 2 times 6w is equal to 420. If we go ahead and solve for w, we get w is equal to 30. So the width of our field is equal to 30. If we were to 30 feet. Now if we were to go ahead and find the length, we know the length is 6 times our width, so our length is equal to 180. So the length of our field is going to be 30 feet by 180 feet. And that makes sense, right? Again, here's just some more strategies to help you guys solve word problems. You have to read it carefully. You just absolutely have to read. Rushing is actually just going to make things worse and take you more time. Take your time, do the problems slowly and carefully. Always translate. Always put these in your own words. That's my #1 rule for you guys. And always try to check your work and see if the actual answer makes sense. Many times it's helpful just to take a guess on what the answer should be before you even begin the problem. Here's some more study tips. So the book says try to draw pictures as much as possible to try to depict the situation that the word problem is asking you to solve. That is what I find very helpful, as well as any students I've tried to teach how to solve word problems. It's been most helpful. So just try to do that, and I think you'll find some pretty good success getting better at these. And the only way to get better is to work on them. You know, that really is the case here. Here's another word problem. A rectangular soccer field is twice as long as it is wide if the perimeter is 300. What are the dimensions? Again, x is the width. We know the length is 2 times the width. And remember from our equation that 2w plus 2l is equal to perimeter. They say perimeter is 300. So 2l is equal, and we know that l is equal to 2x. So we have this equation. We go to solve for x. Combine like terms, solve for x. X is equal to 50. So if the width is equal to 50, the length is equal to 100. Sure enough, that sounds about the size of a soccer field, right? A football field. And the one thing you always want to do is you always want to check your work with word problems and see if just the answer makes sense. That's many times you'll find out that you're going to get a problem wrong, but if you take the time out just to see if the answer just makes sense, you'll save yourself from getting a bad score. So like I said, the only thing to do is really practice on these guys. Spend some time and be patient and do the work carefully. Good luck.